You already know we right here. We decided to hop on, chop it up with individuals, see what's the talk of the town is going down, the word of the curve. You heard me. Let me just set this up right here. Here in Southern California, it is a hot as fuck day today. It is hot. It's like the 90s. You know what I mean? So, but it's a beautiful day, right? Maybe not right now to be enjoying yourself, but maybe when the sun goes down, you get them warm summer nights. So shit definitely be cracking. So if you're out there, just make sure you stay safe and be aware of your surroundings. Unfortunately, here in Southern California, we're still having clashes between protesters and immigration. So it's still popping off. Especially by my house, it's been going down as of lately. Making the news and everything. So shit's been cracking. That's how hectic it's been getting. I think today, like a block away from my house or something like that, like I think the protesters made an ICE agent hit their car or some shit like that, right? People almost got ran over and tear gases were being thrown and all kinds of shit was happening. And it's like, damn, my boy, like that. So here we're still having, a whole lot of shit, cracking off. Obviously not as big as like, the ones that were happening downtown, but nonetheless, But other than that, it's a beautiful day. You don't see as much, popping off in the streets as before, right? You don't see it as cracking. It's a little bit more of a ghost town now. Saludos, camarada. Friday. Hey, what's good, Dev Bro? What's cracking? You already know we chilling like always. Chilling like a villain. Likewise, I hope you're having a lovely, lovely Friday. What's cracking? Mr. Pastas de Felipe in the casa. What's good, my boy? The homie Sal for the brocheros. You already know. Yeah, the ice shit is still cracking. Yes, it is. Yep. Wait until the economy crashes. Yeah, I know. Certain businesses are already starting to feel it. We know that because Trump, tweeted about it. Probably the only time I had ever seen him backpedal in anything, right? So that was actually, historic right there. For him to backpedal, that's like I never thought I would see the day. So that's how bad it got. If he's backpedaling, then it's bad. Because Trump don't backpedal for nobody. You know what I mean? What do you eat? Some tacos dorados. What about when the people realize they fucked up? Serio. Dodgers didn't let ice into the stadium. Serio, that's what they be saying. What's cracking like in Dashpool? Yeah, I heard that, they try to set up shop right then. They were like, La onda se chales with chuvatos. They thought that the blue team was going to be on their side. Them boys in blue, just not the ones that they thought. We were just in the mattress room, and we wanted a good mattress. One cost $5,000. We were thinking about. Damn, 5,000. Well, what does it do? 5,000? That 5,000. Damn. It must be one of those new fucking the ones that comes with all the gadgets and shit. The one that can lift up and go down and cool, and you can change the temperature and. See, like shit like that, okay, I can understand why people will blow money on it, right? Because it does all this and that, right? So you can change the temperature, you can change the fucking settings on, if you want it flat or up. Okay, so it's understandable, right? It comes with all the, it does, multiple things. So right there I understand. But if it's just a mattress that don't do shit, right? Then, goddamn, I don't know about that. You gotta do it the raza way. You get your Curacao card, and you go to Curacao, you get it on credit. and you do payments with food stamps. It was a joke. New finance. I wonder how the Raza Trump supporters feel about the mass deportation. I doubt that they care. I don't think. I know that some of them have, changed their views on things, right? But I'm pretty sure that a majority of them already had their mindset and they really don't give a fuck, you know, about people getting deported. It was a Mac school on it. You don't feel it's a hybrid mattress. Okay, yes, it does. Lift up. All right, all right. Okay, so it comes with all the. All right, I feel you, bro. It's like laying on a cloud or what? So if you were to able to be laying on a cloud, it's like laying on a marshmallow. He said it better transform into a car or a house. Nah, so some of them do come with a lot of like gadgets and shit. A lot of them, a lot of those mattresses now are able to do all kinds of shit. Has a sex mode, huh? You don't even have to thrust no more. It thrusts for you. Like, no Diddy. Trump lied to win the election. Now, oops. Now look what's happening. His own people are pissed at him. Yeah, but I mean, people should have already known that he was gonna be lying about a lot of shit. His answer is always 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, we will have a great, plan in effect. In 2 weeks. Oh, in 2 weeks. Oh, in 2 weeks. It's always 2 weeks. Nothing ever happens. What's cracking, little Rich? We feed me. I was talking to a YouTuber. Uh, Called him up. Feed me. Call Friday. Right. Oh, you were talking to a YouTuber? All right, that's cool, bro. Would you buy a 4K mattress if it came with like all those gadgets and shit like that? I would. I would. You know, you get rest on it. You know what I mean? So it helps you sleep. It helps with your bones and shit like that. You don't wake up all fucking all beat up. So it does do. Besides the it's just a place to sleep on, right? It relaxes you. You know, because some mattresses, all beat up already. You wake up all fucking. It feels like you got jumped while you were sleeping. So that's actually worth the money compared to like a chain where they don't even do shit. So it's a good investment. Because you need some sleep. Because when you get like bad sleep, bro, you all mad all day, and you know what I mean, restless and shit. Can't really even enjoy the day. So it's good. I think it's good. But like I said, if it's like a good mattress, not if it's just like a regular mattress and shit, and it's gonna cost that much, like a la verga. Uh, I want a mattress that gets rid of back problems. That's what I mean. Like those good mattresses, hey, those should do the ticket, bro. You can go and try them out. The getaway, that's how we do it. Like when you go just try out a mattress and you're just laying there for like 30 minutes, you're really not gonna buy it, but you're just like trying to, rest for a little bit. So like, what do you think about it, sir? Like, oh, give me another, 15 minutes. I'll let you know. Trump's your number one supporter. He's watching. Nah, that vato's been slipping lately, bro. We're gonna have to give that for a calentada. No tan for him. Nah. Honestly, if there was any place where I would spend a lot of money, it's on a mattress. Yeah, bro. Mattress, yeah. Yeah, you need your sleep, bro. Because some mattresses, like I said, are uncomfortable, pinche springs poking your ass and shit. Trump was like, Blame the victim family for doing sex acts on. Yeah, Trump is pretty diabolical. But like I said, people, like, even if you told his supporters this information, right, they don't care though. You know what I mean? Is what I noticed. Like, they really just, like, no matter what people, like I said, there was this person that was going to a Trump rally, right? And he was asking the supporters questions, right? And he had even asked some of the supporters, right, if the individual was to commit a murder right in front of them, right, in front of the whole world, Donald Trump committed a murder, would they still support him? They said yes. Can you believe that? They also asked, if Donald Trump wins the election, do you think it's fair? The election was fair. They said yes. And he asked, if Kamala wins the election, do you think it was fair? No. What? If Trump wins, you think it was fair, but if Kamala wins, it wasn't fair, it was rigged? What the fuck? I'm telling you, these people are fucking stupid, bro, with no offense, right? But god damn, bro, it's fucking wild, bro. It's wild how these people think, bro. I'm just like, you can't see the bullshit that you're spitting right now? Like, when I try to understand it, and the more, like, I try to, understand these individuals and ask them questions, right? They start bringing up, oh, well, when Biden was in office, or when, well, who the fuck is talking about Biden, bro? I'm not a Biden supporter. Fuck him too. No one's here defending Biden, so why are you bringing him up for? We're talking about your papi. We're not talking about fucking Biden or fucking Obama or Kamala. We're talking about, this. Why are you bringing up these people for, bro? I don't give a fuck about them people. Stop bringing up that shit, bro. No one's talking about that. We're talking about, what exactly is your papi doing? Like, oh, so what, we should have just let Biden, who's talking about Biden, bro? Why do you keep bringing him up? Sorry, God, bro, this shit is crazy. And they always do that. He was even asking, what has Trump done that, that you guys have liked? They couldn't get not one single thing. Not one bill. Plus at least 25 years. Sleep health. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's good for you. Do you hate when you sleep on the wrong side of the bed and feel no? Yeah, I feel you. I've woken up like that. The sleep keeps you young. Serio. That's probably what Donald Trump needs, huh? He needs some sleep. I noticed he hasn't been getting any since, considering he was tweeting at 1, and then he sent another tweet like around at 2:30 a.m., and then he was still tweeting around 6 a.m., and then he sent another tweet at 11 a.m. So it's like, when the fuck did he sleep? So he hasn't slept. He's just been tweeting and insulting, different Democrats, which is crazy. You know what I mean? Honestly, if Trump needs serio. Mando calentada, bro. Knock some sense into that vato. That fool needs a fucking chanclazo. Technically, the security would be watching, not Trump or the FBI. I know. Well, I mean, who knows? On his spare time, he probably does, watch YouTube. We don't know, but yeah, meaning as in, like, for illegal activity, yeah, it would be the ones in charge of the, or in tasked to do that. You sound like Trump when you're reading the message. It's a gift. What can I say? Nah. Well, that fool is my uncle. They don't get it. White people, rednecks, on the Mexican or Trumpsters. Then some lady was even saying that well, Kamala, if Kamala was to be president, that she would just allow any illegal to come over here, right? And that they would start moving into anybody's homes, like just randomly into your house. And the guy asked her, "So you think if she wins, that the immigrants will come and they'll move into your home, like specifically your home?" And she said, "Yes, that's how they do it in New York already." Where the fuck do people get this information? Like, what news are you watching? Like, who's telling you all this, bitch? And you believe it? That is crazy. It's crazy how people are so. Okay, I know that there's gullible people in this world, right? But damn, bro, I didn't realize to this level though. I didn't really think that there was people out there that fucking stupid though, bro. I really didn't. Like, I'm still mind blown. Some of the shit that these people could believe, that I'm just like, wow, you really think that that's happening? Fuck, that's damn. Like, that's sad. Like, okay, it's cool, being down for your president and you can't, hey, anyone, whatever. But like, damn, bro, like, read a book from time to time. No, it feels most extreme. Trump supporters have compass of. He said about carrot. Hey, why are you insulting carrots for? uh, because I know that there's some of Trump supporters that actually come and they actually discuss real matters, and it's like, all right, okay, so homie's up on game, and etc. Right? But a majority of them are just like, it's a wave of like, wow. Wouldn't even interact with those individuals. This guy, I feel you, bro. Maybe he slept 3 hours. That's not. You just get your head off. Yeah, especially for his age. But I understand. I mean, you're the president. There's a lot of shit on your plate, right? But the thing is, I would understand that if he's actually working, right? But he's fucking nonstop tweeting though, like just tweet after tweet after tweet, and it's like, hey, bro, are you getting any work done? Like, I mean, it's not like you're the president or anything. It's not like there's all kinds of important shit that needs to be. I understand that the president has a lot on his plate, so he's not gonna get any sleep, right? Or he's gonna get minimum of sleep, right? Especially getting all these fucking calls at all hours, and all kinds of crazy shit going down. It's a stressful job, so I can understand that, right? If you're actually working though. Yeah, serio. That's why I don't understand how Obama could have been so jolly all the damn time. Maybe Trump hasn't gotten any lately. Nah, who be kidding, bro? That fool's paid all kinds of females, probably, on a day to day. Oh no, he's president now, right? So he's got more eyes on him now. It's a little bit more difficult. Hey, we gotta start telling Manal or Melania or whatever her name is, right, to step it up. Or is it Ivanka? Oh no, Ivanka's his daughter, no. Melania? Is that his wife's name? Milana? Mulana? Trompita took a hit of the scante. Nah, I don't think he does drugs. He's naturally on a good one. Maybe like he might take a shot here and there, right? But I don't think who knows? He is powerful, so he's got a plug here or there. Whitewash Trumpsters are the worst. Imagine if Trump was in my family. Damn, my boy, would I gave that for a calentada a long time ago? That fool would have got a fucking chanclazo. The grandma ain't playing. Uh, behavior going along to get along. Serio. Yeah, most of them, they're just brought up as Republicans, right? They don't even know why they're Republican, right? Well, my father was a Republican, and growing up, our household was Republican, so that's what I am, a Republican. I really don't know much about this country, don't really know much about our politics, don't really know much about anything, right? But what I do know is that I'm Republican through and through. And I won't ever let that go for nothing. We were told that it's Republican or death. Okay. Those are the worst type of people, right? The ones that are something that they don't even know why they're that, right? The Democrats that don't know why they're Democrats, Republicans that don't know why they're Republicans, the people that go to church that don't even know why they're there. Why are you Catholic? Because my parents are Catholic. Because my family household was Catholic. Oh, okay. That's good that you're telling me why your family's Catholic, but why are you, not them, you? Why are you Catholic? Why are you Christian? Don't tell me about your mom and dad. Okay, I understand your mom and dad. All right, cool. But why are you, my guy? You, not them. You. Oh, I want a Catholic church. I mean, well, that's a church we would go to. They would take me. You gotta know why you there, bro. Not them. Because it's not then you're just putting up a facade. And then this is a show you're putting up. It's like I'm not gonna force my kids to go to church. If they want to go to church, they can go to church. If they don't want to go, then they're entitled not to go, right? Because if in a place like that is a place that you shouldn't have to force people to go to or to do, right? You would want them to be there willingly, you know? Because then if not, then what the fuck are you doing? Like forcing people to do shit never works. Do you not understand? As a matter of fact, it has the opposite effect. What it tells the New York rapper who made the hot song in 2014, but got locked up a year. Which one? Which one? I don't know which one that one is. I heard Iran won the war. Did they? That would have been pretty quick though. Israel just folded. Oh, you mean because Trump's running hard? We don't stand a chance with Trump as our leader. Yeah, we probably don't. I'm kidding. Maybe Trump is still sleeping around with other females. I would figure that it would be pretty difficult. I mean, I'm not saying that it's impossible, right? But it would have to be pretty difficult, with all the special, Secret Service and agents that have to be around him and protecting him. Because I mean, the last thing you want to do is that you're in charge to protect the president, right? And then you let him, go out on a rendezvous, and then he gets, set up and killed and shit like that on your shift when you were supposed to be watching him. Now everybody looking at you like, "Hey, my boy, what was you doing?" Like, oh, it's because he paid me, to. Then now you're fucked. Now you're probably looking at some, jail time now yourself, right? I'm not saying that it's not impossible because look at Bill Clinton, So we know that it is possible, right? But I mean, after him, the shit got a lot more stricter, right? With that whole Monica Lewinsky shit, she got a little bit more stricter for the presidents. But like, hey, there's always a loophole, so can chingados sabe. Because obviously, his wife ain't giving him shit, right? She don't even let that fool hold her hand. And the people that were in the White House before his first term, they said that they slept in separate beds. That they slept in separate beds. Like, how the fuck are you gonna sleep in separate beds? Then that's not your wife. Then that's pretty much your nanny. She's pretty much your babysitter. Take care of your kids, pretty much. Never see them holding hands. Never see them kissing. She just stands there next to him. No affection. No nothing. And there's so many people have done fucking videos where they pieced a bunch of those videos together where she's smacking his hand away when he tries to hold it. And there's so many of those videos, bro. Like, I mean, a gang. More than you would think. I don't know who the fuck took the time to piece all those shits together, but that shit is mind blowing. Like, my guy, you really went and found all those videos? That's crazy. But seeing it now, in a mixtape thing, whatever, it's fucking crazier, right? Like, she really does not want that fool touching you. That's fucked up. Huh? Well, no, he's done scandalous shit to her también, so. Who knows? She probably did scandalous shit to that fool too. It's just a facade, huh? They're just, putting up a fucking facade for the cameras. Like, bitch, just fucking put up with it while the cameras are rolling. And you can do whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a fuck. But you already know we gotta put up that I'm a family man. Even though I'm not. They're forcing someone to join Nevada. It never works out. Yes, facts. It never works, bro. It never works out. Never. That's the worst thing you can do. Yeah, forcing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But see, people in this world feel like power is everything, right? So they feel like by you flexing your power, right, and your dominance, that eventually that they'll submit to you, bro. But we have seen so many years of history and evidence within the history to show that never works, bro. Never works. But yeah, individuals still come and try, like if they're going to be the ones to actually succeed in doing that. Like I said, it works for a short amount of time, but it's building up something bigger and more destructive, And it's only a matter of time before it all comes blowing up, right? And it's eventually going to get there, right? Fucking up all kinds of shit. But these people are just stubborn. Like I said, a lot of people in this world don't like to admit that they're wrong. He just happens to be one of them. No, they're going to listen to me because I said they're going to listen to me. Like, okay. Did you hear China reduce tariffs by %? America reduced tariffs by 30%. Trump acting like this is a win. And no, he's going to say it's a win too. He's going to say it's a win. This is a W. I told y'all. Mm-hmm. Have you heard about the story of a boy who killed a cop in order to join the barrio? Tries back into the, I believe. Serio? Nah, I never heard of that. Serious question. What would you do if your wife refused to get manticore sleep on the same bed? I've seen that in many households, believe it or not. Serio? Well, I mean, then there's no point in the relationship, being a relationship, then clearly, you guys are not comfortable with each other, then clearly there's no chemistry, then there's no, connection. So why keep the facade going, Then, this is a sham, Then you guys are not happy, but you guys are putting up the act, right? And that's never good. That's not healthy, People say, "Oh, let's stay together for the kids or whatever," but they're gonna be able to see the dysfunction and the disconnection between you two, right? And they're gonna grow up thinking that that's normal, right? Or it's gonna, like I said, build up resentment and questions, right? And like I said, that's just never healthy. It's better if you guys just go your separate ways then, right? But be, in your child's lives. But at least they don't get to see the dysfunction that's obviously brewing in the air. Like, because why wouldn't they want to share bed? Unless you have like some kind of like fucking, you sleep like super crazy where like no one could be in the bed with you because like you just be like elbowing or like trying to strangle them or some shit like that. Or like if your snoring is too like fucking unbearable that they gotta just like lock you in a room, then like that, okay, I could maybe see why, right? But if you just want the bed like because you just don't want to share it with your partner, then I don't know. That's strange, bro. Like, like they don't like sharing or what? No. I'm not saying like to sleep in the bed for like like sexual. I'm not saying that you guys gotta be like fucking shit like that. I mean just like sleeping in the bed, like just like sleeping in the bed, cuddling or whatever the fuck, right? But not not all the time. It's just for like, oh, you expect them to start smashing and shit, right? Because if you're not able to lay in the bed without having to do your thing, then I don't know, you might want to seek some therapy. Every time I say that, people will be like, this fool, man, nah, homie, like you gotta be always done like to smash or be ready to smash. It's like people that don't get any are the ones that say that. That's why. People ain't trying to fuck all the damn time. Yeah, no affection is not healthy, right? It's like then clearly they're not happy. Doesn't cuddle, kiss, and hug, or no show no affection. Then I don't know, that's just strange because that's within just like human behavior, like people in general, right? Whenever we like somebody or whatever, like you get like the how can I say, you just want to be around the person, you just want to like like feel them, you know what I'm saying, like um those emotions, it takes over you, right? Like you get like you get just like hit with all those emotions, right? To want to be able to hold their hand, to hug them and stuff like that, right? So by them not how can I say, like displaying anything, it's like there's no actual like chemistry there, you get what I'm saying? Like then they have no feelings for their partner. Right? Because it's just within humans that we just feel these emotions, we're overcome by them, and we want to act on them, right? Like meaning with our partner. So if there's nothing there, if like you don't have the, you know what I mean, then there's no chemistry. Because you still see a lot of older couples that are all up on each other too. You get what I mean? Or even like, let's say when they start dating at an older age, like let's say their husbands died or their wives died, right, and they hook up with somebody, right, in their older years, right? You see them still hugging and kissing, and like if they were young, right? But it's because of the passion. Have you spoke on the Swifty Blue situation? Oh, nah, my boy, I don't touch on like prison politics and like stuff like that. You feel me? Like that's just those are just conversations that I just don't have on the internet. You get what I mean? With no disrespect to those who speak on it, that's cool. It's just not something that I do, right? Like there's certain stuff that I don't touch on, and that just happens to be something that you know what I mean. I just wouldn't be comfortable discussing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my lunch break is over. We got to get back to it. It was good chopping it up with you guys, and we out.